Welcome to episode 53, Nick. 53 of the Extra Point. How are you?
I'm so good. This is going to be a great
It's going to
episode.
be a great motherfucking episode.
Really excited.
So, some big news happening over the past week, especially today. We're recording on Thursday. So, we got John here to talk about the Panthers. Canyon is also going to come on the show to talk about the Panthers. Jacob is going to come talk about the Cardinals and the Rams, the decked out Rams. Yep. And then to close it out, Braylon will talk about the Packers.
And Rodgers.
Rodgers and Jordan Love. So, John Gary.
What's up?
Cameron Jarrell Newton is coming back to the Carolina Panthers. How do you feel?
I mean, I'm definitely excited compared to what we were looking at as the alternative, for sure. I mean, it's going to be way better than either Walker or Barkley or Darnold. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean...
So I was waiting on.
No comment.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, what happened there, Hunter, to our fucking franchise fucking quarterback, as you called him?
I still stick by my statement.
Damn, you think he'll be back next year as the starter, Darnold?
Probably not, but I think he should.
Y'all got him until next year. So,
we might as well keep him. I mean, fuck. It's a waste of money at that point.
I think he'd be a decent backup, yeah. I mean, I think... I don't know if you've heard this part. Apparently, Cam and the team were both interested in multi-year deals, but they just agreed to the one.
Wow, I
didn't see how that goes.
I would prefer to the one. I would prefer for the one.
What if he does well? Would you want him back next year? I mean, because there's not much in the draft really. I wouldn't want to draft any of these quarterbacks coming in.
No, let's just stick with this year as of right now. I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
I still like Sam, and I would like for him to develop with the team and develop as a quarterback. Mm-hmm. But as of right now, Cam coming to the Panthers, I'm excited, but I'm still a little skeptical.
I think last time we had John
Here's
on.
The thing. I mean, we can be skeptical about it, but we don't have to be skeptical that it's better than what we've had all year. And
it's better than PJ.
What? It's better than the Darnold, PJ, or fucking Matt Barkley for sure. And as far as this season goes, we're about to be 4-6 because we're going to play the fucking Cardinals with Walker. 4-6.
Nah, dude, Cardinals overrated, man.
I've predicted a win ever since before the season started, and I still predict a win right now with PJ starting. Cardinals cannot beat the Panthers. Cardinals cannot beat the Panthers. It's a fact. And I've got my not really statistics, but my mindset to prove it. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. So I think I said it a couple weeks ago in another episode. Defense, I think, can stop the Cardinals' offense, especially if we're fully healthy like we are now, because speed kills, and our defense can keep up with their offense.
That's problem true. I agree with that.
The problem is they're.
I think that Walker is literally like.
Yeah, the problem is our offense.
10 guys on the field.
I agree. So I think if we can have a strong run game, I think we'll be fine. So I predict a win.
I hope so. I do think it will be. I don't think it will be like a blowout though. I do think our defense will hold them. And isn't Kyler still questionable for this game, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, yes. D-Hop.
Yeah.
Did you say he'll be out?
D-Hop is questionable as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Nick,
so Kyler's in for sure.
Well, I just thought it was funny. Last time you were on here, right? I'm still, I still like Sam Darnold. I thought, he's playing bad. Like the last time he came on the show, y'all both kind of predicted the future a little bit, and I'm sorry, Hunter, he's kicking our ass. Sam Darnold's been so fucking bad for no reason the last 3 weeks, and it's really bumming me out for my prediction that I thought. Well,
Nick, I'm sure you love Sam Darnold with his stats against the Patriots.
I was not a Sam Darnold fan last Sunday, that's for sure.
All right, look, we're going on Sam Darnold. We need to talk about what happened today, which is Cameron Jarrell Newton just signed with the Carolina Panthers for a deal.
All right, we'll change it. We'll change it up.
$10 million, up to $10 million, 4.5 guaranteed. I think 6 base. So
it's a lot of money for the remainder of the season, which is half
It
the
is.
season.
I think a lot of that was just kind of a little tax for how things ended, honestly.
You think so?
I mean, if I were him, I wouldn't be wanting to come back for like just $1 million after like, because the Patriots only paid him $1 million, right, for the whole year
Barely.
last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. If I was him, like coming back here, I would want more, especially because of the situation he's coming into. Like he is coming back to try to make us a competitive team.
Again.
Like I said, if we win to the Cardinals, he'll be coming back to a 5-5 team, and then we play Washington and the Dolphins, which are 2 winnable games. Which I feel like I've been saying all games are like winnable this year, and we don't win them. But 2 winnable games with Cam. Maybe the whole team will just be rejuvenated. I don't know. I feel like after last week, Darnold being out 4 to 6 weeks and all that, and then Walker being this, I feel like the morale had to be really low, and I think this definitely can only pick it up. So there's that. But yeah, if he comes back to a 5-5 team, if we do beat the Cardinals, I don't think we will, but if that did happen, that would be even better if we could get the. I mean, we have 3 winnable games technically because we have the Falcons after the Dolphins. So
plus,
but
like,
then we have a tough 4-game stretch.
I mean, y'all are in the hunt too, right? So like, it's like y'all. It's the Bucks are. There's the 3 y'all division are in the playoffs right now. If it ended 2 wild card and then the Bucks.
The Falcons currently have the number 7 seed, and we are sitting at 8.
Yeah, and then the Saints have what 5, and then the Bucks are like 3 or 4. I mean.
So we're in good shape playoff wise, even at 4 and 5.
Yeah.
I mean, so I like I was telling Nick earlier, I really like the pickup. It gives the team a boost of energy. It gives Charlotte energy. Yeah. It gives all the fans energy.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I'm really, really hoping he doesn't get too hyped up and he fucking sucks. It's like
I'm not worried.
It's like a second part of a movie. It's a part 2 to a movie. Part 1 was really great. Part 2 is gonna blow. I really hope it's not like that, and that's what I'm worried about.
Like a bad sequel.
Because look, he's not coming.
Well, I mean, hell, part 1 of Darnold has goddamn been a fucking horror film.
So, look, our offensive line is probably the worst it's ever been ever since 2011. It was better while he was here, which is scary, sad. I mean, we do have a stronger running game, and that's what he likes, and that's what he's built around. But I don't know.
I'm sure
man.
he's also helped O-line look a little better too.
Yeah,
he will.
He can move.
Also, consider that he is healthy. I mean, I know that from preseason. He's healthy.
Nick, don't you think he looked pretty decent in the preseason?
I thought he did. He looked. The only thing,
he didn't
that beat him was
get cut because he wasn't good enough to be on the Patriots.
Nah, it was the whole COVID not available thing. Yeah, I mean, I was excited. He looked good, man. I was ready for him. He did. He had limited snaps, in preseason, and he did great with every single drive that he had.
Yeah.
So I honestly think I'd be okay.
Was through his receiver's hands too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, he does have better receivers than he ever has been. I mean, he has the worst receiver in the league on his team. But besides that, he has a better receiving core. He's got obviously McCaffrey's back and healthy. So I mean, it's just the offensive line I'm worried about, and he's had his accuracy problems. I don't know how Joe Brady is going to do scheming with him. I really don't know. I hope it works out, but
I will admit I'm kind of a hypocrite now because I've mostly said just negative things about Cam ever since he's been gone.
Yep.
And I always said the accuracy problems. But good God, over the past 5 games, if we're talking about accuracy, if we're talking about fucking accuracy, man. And it's not even like we can really blame his shoulder because it's not like his shoulder is making these decisions for him. Goodness.
That's a good point.
I've never, Cam on his worst day was never anywhere close to what that is now. Whatever that monster is that was our quarterback that thank God got hurt.
I hate you, John. You do this shit on purpose. I hate you.
I do.
Yeah, I know. So so are you happy about Cam coming back? Are you excited?
Yeah, I am. It makes us watchable.
Now, when you told me that earlier, that is 100% true.
I mean, when we signed Barkley, I was like, oh, God. Just thinking that was just our answer. And yeah, and then when I saw that we met with him, though, I knew that it was going to be. I knew that it had to be that we would sign him because the fan base would be outraged if we met with him and didn't sign him. I heard that Tepper actually told Rule to sign him because I mean obviously he did, but I just told him we tried it your way and it didn't work. Go sign Cam.
Wait, hold on. Wait, is Rule y'all's GM?
No, Scott Fitter. I heard
Scott
Fitter. He in his interview, they were asking him if Tepper has any say so in football operations. He said, obviously, he's the owner, but he lets us handle the football operations. So I think that's fake, but you never know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Rule was the big influence in Bridgewater and Darnold though more than Scott was though, right?
Yeah, well, Matt. So the reason we let Cam go was because Matt and him disagreed. Matt and Cam.
I knew that.
Cam was trying to get a commitment from Matt that, hey, can I be the starting quarterback? And Matt didn't want to commit, so he cut him. Tepper's obviously in a win now mode. He don't want to rebuild. He don't want to take all this time to rebuild. When we got the cap space, when we got the money, Tepper obviously is he's the richest owner in the NFL by far. He's going to spend his fucking money to get a winning team. So, obviously, we are in a win now mode. Fuck rebuilding.
Yeah,
we have a young team anyway. We're not like the Cardinals.
I don't think there's anything at all with this signing to be negative about. Not one thing.
I agree.
There's no the risk and reward. What's the risk? He's a bust and he wasn't that expensive, so it's whatever. And then the reward is he's a good Cam Newton and you got a good quarterback.
I've said for a very long time, and I'm going to go back to it. When Cam Newton is on, he is unbeatable.
Yeah, that's true.
Hat you're wearing.
I threw on the 2015 NFC Championship hat just for this episode. I haven't worn it in 3 years.
Damn. Should have worn my Super Bowl championship hat. Not one of them.
If we want to get wild, this is a better team around them probably than 2015 besides the O-line.
It is. It is 100%. It really is.
And who knows? Maybe with Cam, I feel like he's always one of those guys who it's really a big mental game with him of how well he does. Darnold too, Jesus Christ, but he's like a fucking head case. But Cam, I always felt it was very mental with him, about how well he does. And who knows if we get the fucking great version of Cam, who knows what can happen? I don't know. We could go on a run, close the season. The Cardinals game is big though. That is a very huge game if we do want to make a playoff push.
You got to think, man. Huge. So Cam's probably not going to start this week. So if he starts next week, it'll be at home against Washington-led Riverboat Ron and Taylor Heineke.
That would be sweet.
The homecoming of Cam Newton will be facing his former coach and former backup quarterback.
Storybook, bro. It's insane how this happened. I never would have thought that this was possible, even a week ago.
Nope. I didn't either. This is fucking awesome.
And to think preseason, right? When the schedules came out, we're all oh, Panthers, Patriots, it's gonna be Cam versus the old team, coming to Carolina. It's gonna be crazy.
Now it's flipped.
Now it's just everything's flipped back to it's weird. I like it though.
It is.
I'm trying not to be overhyped because I don't want to be hyped up and then he don't play good and we're kind of fucked.
But let's get real though. Y'all can lose some of these few games. Y'all gotta. The division games are huge. Y'all gotta take one from the Bucks, and you gotta beat the Falcons and the Saints.
Yep.
You gotta win three of these last four division games.
We gotta go 5-3 probably realistically.
Yeah.
8-9 gets it done.
In the division though, yeah. It's so close already. So all you gotta do is edge. Listen, It's like when you get chased by a bear, right? You don't have to outrun the bear, okay? You got to outrun the guys with you, okay? You got to outrun the Falcons or the Saints. There's probably going to be 3 teams in y'all's division.
Well, we have to worry about other divisions too, though,
Yeah, but you can't control other, you know what I mean?
Well, as of right now, we are 1 game off. We're actually tied with the Falcons. We would be in the number 7 seed, but the Falcons are 4-4 because of a bye.
We're
4-5. Yeah. And we have a tiebreaker over them as of right now. So if we can beat the Saints and go and the Falcons and go at least 4-0 in the division, and we're probably gonna lose 2 to the Bucks. So if we can do a 4-2 in the division,
That's pretty good.
and lose to the Bills, shit, I don't see us losing to the Dolphins, but we'll fucking see.
No. We should win that with Cam, I think.
We are in a good spot right now. I really like where we're at if Cam can be Cam. And he's a better passer than he was when he was with us. He's a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
He's been playing with Bill, which is good for any fucking any player.
Yeah.
Smart wise. So honestly, Cam is coming to an offense that is better than he's ever had. And
when y'all say that,
better.
are y'all crazy? How?
In 2015, we had Ted Ginn and Philly Brown and Devin Funchess.
So you're going up just okay, but who do you have now?
No,
you have,
I didn't mean to say his name like that, but like still like.
You have McCaffrey and you got DJ. Like you got Robbie Anderson, the guy drops
Don't even
the ball.
say his name. Don't even say his name because he is the worst receiver in football.
You got number 11 on your fucking team, right?
Yeah.
Okay, your O line. There's no way your O line's better than 2015.
Well, okay, I look at receivers, right?
Like,
you got
come on.
DJ is better than those 3 receivers.
But you said DJ and McCaffrey. You answered the question right there. That's why it's better.
Okay, and then you got 2 bland tight ends. You lost Olsen.
Trimble's good.
Like
Trimble's good.
Bro, we
Trimble's
had
awesome.
fucking Stewart, Ginn, and Olsen, man.
Cam, there's a reason Cam was MVP, dude. He had one of the best MVP seasons of all time. And dude, he carried that fucking team.
I don't think if it's better, it's not that much better. There's still a lot of negatives.
It's not that much better. But okay, you got DJ compared to Devin. I'm gonna take DJ. Terrace Marshall compared to Ted Ginn and Philly Brown. I'm gonna take Terrace Marshall. McCaffrey, Stewart. I'm gonna take McCaffrey.
But y'all's defense is great. Y'all's defense is still top notch this year. But like y'all's defense was like next to the Broncos was like it's like second and first in scoring that year. Like y'all were crazy as a team.
Yeah, but offensively, Cam carried the offense. Now, what's going to be awesome is when Kuechly signs with the Panthers.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not happening.
Oh, yeah, no, seriously, Steve Smith's coming back. And
Thomas Davis, Greg Olsen.
Fucking, you guys are dreaming on that one, dude. Luke Kuechly take a hit.
Imagine.
He's lost like 30 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, he's a lot slimmer. He's not in game shape.
Most of those, you look at most of those former NFL guys, they drop because they're like forced to eat something.
I was really hoping. What if Kuechly made a comeback? Because we need a middle linebacker. Carter's not it.
Huh?
Jermaine Carter's not it. Absolutely not.
Hey, look, I mean, like Kuechly, that's just not, and good for him. If he thinks that, like, he doesn't need to risk like CTE, like, for what? It's not like we win the Super Bowl.
No, I was just throwing that out there. What if? But I didn't know he dropped 30 fucking pounds. My God, yeah, no.
Hey, he's quicker.
Stay
Which I didn't think was possible.
Yeah,
stay watching the game.
Yeah, when you get Jordan Gross back, he's like 200 pounds now or something.
Yeah,
real fast tackle.
Damn.
Listen, y'all just need to get Kelvin Benjamin back, and he can play left tackle for you, and then you got an O-line improvement.
He could probably play center.
Tight end, probably.
He's too slow for a tight end, dude. Come on.
Dude, and not to mention, Paradis being out, his backup's probably better than him. So I wouldn't say that's a good thing because that'd kind of be mean. But honestly, our offensive line probably made an improvement.
That's fucked up, Hunter. He's starting over that backup for a reason. He's obviously better than the backup.
We'll fucking see.
Yeah, I was hoping it was a serious neck injury.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Why do y'all not like this guy? This guy used to be an all-pro.
Yeah,
He is terrible, man. I mean,
he used to be.
Jesus Christ.
Matt Paradis is fucking horrible.
Oh my God.
Matt Paradis, Cameron Irving. Yeah.
Y'all got Morton. Is it Morton? Moton?
Moton's struggling this year, but he's still good.
It's pretty solid.
He's struggling, but he's good. Moton is our only good thing on that whole entire offensive line roster.
Hey, you know who's pulled it together this year? Zane Gonzalez.
Dude, after he kicked that 6-yarder, I honestly thought they were going to drug test him. There's no fucking way in hell. And it was indoor. And there was a wind blowing, but...
I like him. He reminds me of Pat's Nick Folk. Like, they don't have big legs, but, like, they're pretty fucking accurate. I mean...
Our punter that we picked up off the fucking couch, did really good. What's his name?
I don't know. I can't remember. He's mixed up with the other 13 we've had this year.
we've had 3 in the past week and a half.
Y'all are going through it on special teams, man.
We got one. He got hurt, and the other one we cut. So this is the third one. Yeah, I mean, dude, our offense is good. Special teams, I don't know. Zane Gonzalez will get drug tested and probably pop for steroids here soon. So, I'm happy to be a Panther fan as of right now.
I'm happy for you both because with Hunter walking around here, I had to avoid him sometimes. He gets so pissed off because the dumb shit like Robbie Anderson does. Speaking of, how did y'all like Robbie yelling at Sam on the sideline? I want to ask y'all about that.
Absolutely no need for that whatsoever.
I actually didn't like that because he's been dropping passes all year.
Exactly.
Good God, Sam! Why don't you fucking throw? I would have, dude. If I was Sam, I would have let him have it.
But see now, Cam would not. He would not let that go. He would get in his fucking face. For one,
absolutely.
Cam's 6 times Robbie Anderson's size, kick his ass if he wants to.
He fought Josh Norman in a damn training camp. He would kill Robbie Anderson.
But yeah, I saw that. Well, man, I was on, so I had great seats to the game, and I was near the I could see the clear on the Panthers side. I wasn't paying attention, so I didn't see it.
Right.
But what? Robbie didn't have a great. I mean, no one on the offense really had a good game at all. If it weren't for 2 turnovers, I don't know if they would have scored a point. I don't know why no one on the offense had the right to yell at somebody else on the offense.
Nick, did you start laughing when Sam overthrew Ian Thomas in that pick 6? Did you start thinking that's a joke? They're going to run it back and say just kidding? Because that was so funny.
There were obviously Panthers fans all around me. And this one guy, I actually got up and walked away. He came back later, but he just got out of his seat and walked the fuck up the stairs and just went away. He put his head down. He was so sad. That was a bad throw. But come on, the Collins one, that was a crazy pick. Come on, and you can also blame the O-line on that.
They should have stormed the field and dragged them out. Literally, just.
It wasn't that bad. I'll blame on that. That was a bad pick 6, but come on. The Collins one, that was a great pick, and then he threw a 50-50 ball, and
whoa. I don't know what you're talking about, but that one that he threw in the back of the end zone was an absolute god-awful pass as well. He threw it in the worst possible spot, and it was just terrible. That pass, that was I guess it was a nice interception, but it was just a terrible throw.
He probably shouldn't have thrown it, but it was like DJ. He's like, it's DJ. He go up for this.
We also have to take into account he's not throwing to Robbie at all.
That he's slow.
Good. I don't want him to throw to Robbie, so he's throwing to one receiver or a check down. We got to take that into account, guys.
Yeah, we have to take into account that he's a make-a-wish quarterback.
Well, last game and the Giants game, he literally stopped targeting Robbie. Good. Robbie can't catch the ball, so we've got one receiver on that field that's worth a fuck.
Oh, so what quarterback, John? What was that?
Sam Darnold.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, Make-A-Wish.
Cameron Jarrell Newton coming to the Panthers.
Shit.
You're happy about it, right? Obviously.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else, John, before we have to go?
No, not much else. I think best case scenario we could be 10-7, 9-8, and make the playoffs. Worst case we win 6 games. But shit, I don't know. I'm just glad we have an exciting quarterback at least instead of a retarded one. But yeah, that's I guess my final thought.
That's some good final thoughts. I appreciate it.
Oh,
you really make me smile, John. Absolutely. Over here.
I love it. This is Make-A-Wish quarterback. I mean, come on. That's gold. That's good stuff right there, man. Jesus Christ.
All right, John. Yep. I appreciate you coming on the show. Hit us up if you want to get on the show again.
All right, John.
Yeah, good to be here. I'll see y'all.
See ya.
Here we are with lifelong Carolina Panther fan and big supporter of the show. He's been on the show multiple times. He was here during our draft special, and he was our social media influencer, I guess you would call him, right? For a little while. Canyon motherfucking Combs. How you doing, Canyon?
Very good. How about y'all?
Good,
Doing
man.
great. It's been a while. How you been?
Been doing pretty well. Just trying to finish up. Got one more semester of grad school, then or one more semester of undergrad, and then going into grad school right after. But doing pretty well.
Nice.
One assignment, I'll be 3 weeks ahead on schoolwork, so we're living.
You living?
Gotcha, I
Nice.
gotcha. You coming back home?
So there's a slight chance I'm coming back home for the football team game.
Yeah, I was about to ask
Ron
you.
Rivera.
Yep.
But at the very least, I'll be back for the Falcons game. So I'll be coming home at least during Christmas. But we're trying to make some things happen to possibly come back for Cam's first home game.
Yep.
I was just about to ask you. Washington football team, 2 weeks from now, Ron Rivera coming back to Carolina, and Cameron Jarrell Newton coming back to Carolina to face his old coach and a homecoming. So,
What a reunion, man. Holy shit.
Canyon, what do you like, or what do you think about the Cam Newton homecoming coming back to Carolina?
Personally, like I said when we first got on this call and talked before the show, this was like one of the best days I've experienced in the past 2 years, probably. Just like, hey, and I don't ever say this, but shout out masks that we wear on our face, because I was smiling during class for probably 2 or 3 solid hours, and I'm really happy we had masks on, so no one thought that I was creepy, just smiling in class the entire time.
He's all
But
giddy.
I was literally almost in tears when the news broke that he was meeting with the team.
Wow.
When he signed with the team, I started pumping my fists, and tears started coming out of my eyes during the middle of class. So it was huge.
So you're saying you don't like Cam Newton, huh? Just kidding.
Oh, I love him, dude. I mean, he's as I've talked to one of my other friends, he's just because of the age that we're at, he's kind of he's like my Michael Jordan or my LeBron James. He's a pretty impactful sports figure on my favorite sports team. Obviously, we remember the fan fest that he was at and how he literally would control the crowd as if he was a god doing the wave and all that kind of stuff. But no, it's a huge day, and I think it's a great thing for the team because at this point, I think Sam Darnold got off to a great start at the beginning of the season, but obviously a decline. If you want to blame that on the play calling, Sam Darnold himself, or the offensive line, I don't really think the quarterback play could have gotten much worse. So it's why not bring back Cam Newton? It's not going to get any worse than it was, and at the very least, you're going to sell a bunch of tickets. Like I said, I might even come home earlier than I thought just to come watch this game.
I agree. I'm going to try to get off work just to watch that game. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to try. I'm going to fight. And Canyon, I might bring you up. Go, hey, listen, dude. One of my lifelong friends is coming down from Ohio. I really want to go to this game so I can see him. That's going to be my pitch. After they say, no, you're not going off to watch a football game, I'll be like, listen, here's the other reason.
That's fair.
So I was about to tell you, Nick, but he took the words right out of my mouth. Nick, you had Tom Brady growing up.
Yep.
We, as a Panther community, at our age, Cam Newton is the guy. So it's very special and very heartwarming to see him come back. Even though, Canyon, I don't know how you feel about it. I'm scared because, like I said with John, it's like a part 2 of a movie. Part 1 was really good, and part 2, I'm like, fuck, I don't know.
The sequel.
I hope it don't fucking crash and burn, and that's all I remember to end it. But I really am happy that he's coming back, but I'm just really scared, and I'm trying to hide my emotions because I don't want to be let down if something goes wrong.
Let me say one thing as the non-Panthers fan.
Yep.
I'm happy because I thanks to him helping us out last year, getting us 7 wins with that disastrous team we had. I got a lot of respect for Cam now because his work ethic, and I like him as a person.
Yep.
And I feel like he's just as happy as y'all are. I feel like this is his home. I feel like he's been gone. He ran away from home for a couple years.
Right.
So it's been kind of weird. So this is really good for him and y'all. I'm only nervous for him just because the O-line I think is fucking atrocious. And I don't want him to get hurt again. Because right now he's healthy. He's completely healthy right now.
Yeah.
What do you think about the team or the offense in general and how it's going to operate with Cam Newton back, including Joe Brady and the scheming?
So I'm still in like a feeling out period with Joe Brady because like obviously like I kind of give him a hard time like when I'm talking to my buddies because like everyone always wants to talk about Joe Brady's gonna be the next like NFL head coach, like he's so young, he's great, but like I haven't really seen the results out of him that I wish that I'd like been seeing at this point. I still think he's a fantastic coach and he definitely has the potential to be a great play caller, but I would like to see, I don't know, we're like 20-something in offense right now. Obviously, I'd like to see us like at least crack the top like half in the NFL before we start talking about him becoming a head coach somewhere. But like I believe the offense has a lot of untapped potential. Obviously, like there are guys like DJ Moore, like he was going off during the beginning of the season, and we kind of like stopped giving him the ball, and it was kind of hard to give him the ball. We got CMC back. Obviously, we saw how big of an impact that was losing him. Like our offense was a well-oiled machine this first like 3 games of the year. Take him out of the game, and it's like I don't blame Sam Darnold for being like that, like for being like as kind of like different as he was in those like the kind of those middle 3 games as opposed to the first 3 because like you lost the league's greatest safety blanket. You get the best safety blanket in the league with Christian McCaffrey. It's like, oh, no one's open. Let me just dump it to this guy who can take it for 20 yards on any given play at least.
Yep.
I feel like there's a lot of untapped potential. I would say the line definitely worries me, especially with Paradis going down, and I think Irving just at the IR too, I believe. So even though it's a great opportunity to see Brady Christensen, the young rookie, trying to step in at left tackle, hopefully they give him snaps. I don't know if they'll give him to Trenton Scott or not. But I think there's a lot of potential, especially with like you guys look at guys like Robbie. Like he's been dropping the ball a lot this year, but we saw him how well he was last year. He was a fantastic receiver last year, so he still has some stuff in him. But I think there's a lot to be excited about. But obviously the results just aren't really there right now. So it also is like you kind of said, it's kind of scary at the same time.
So we were talking to John earlier, and he's got a better offense than he did in the 2015 season. Besides the O-line. The O-line was a lot better in 2015, but better receivers, excluding Robbie Anderson, because he's statistically the worst receiver in the league. But you have CMC. Obviously, he's better than Jonathan Stewart. Stewart was a good running back, but better than Jonathan Stewart. You have Terrace Marshall, probably on the same skill level as Funchess as of right now. I think he could be better. Terrace Marshall, sorry. DJ Moore, better than any receiver we had then. Tommy Tremble, obviously not better than Olsen, but still pretty good. So offensively, I think it's better. He has a better team around him than he did in 2015. It's just I'm really worried about how they're going to scheme with him, and that offensive line is, I think it's fucking atrocious. But also,
they are terrible.
I have to say, I'm pretty sure Cam is a better passer than he was back then. He's a veteran. He sat with Bill Belichick, who obviously knows his shit. Josh McDaniel, great quarterback coach, obviously with fucking Tom Brady and Jimmy Garoppolo when they had him. So I think he's learned a lot. He's a veteran now. I think he'll do a lot better than he did back then. It's just that offensive line, it really does worry me.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, it definitely makes me cringe a little bit every time a quarterback drops back to. I mean, even look at Sam Darnold the past few weeks. He's been running for his life, getting pressure off the side, up the middle, and everything. But I definitely agree with you that I think this is the best, like, as far as weapons go, the best supporting cast that Cam's probably ever had. And even like down to guys like Amir Abdul has been stepping up. He's a great receiving back. Chuba Hubbard's been he's probably taking some mileage off the CMC, which is great for us in the long term. And even like I kind of liked when Terrace Marshall was out for I think he was out for a week or two with a concussion because Shi Smith actually, he looks like he's a little bit of a pocket rocket himself.
Brandon Zylstra?
He seems like he seems like he's just take the top off the defense kind of guy, kind of like a Ted Ginn, but not quite at that level yet. But he looks like he can make some stuff happen in space. So I would like to see him get some touches more for sure. I've
been saying for Terrace Marshall has been out for more than 2 weeks. He's been out for pretty much 4 or 3 or 4. And I mean, honestly,
he's played the last couple games.
Honest to God, I mean, I've been, and I know I'm a Robbie hater, I know, but back me up. He fucking blows.
He
Now,
does.
I've been saying, dude, fucking put Zylstra, put Shy Smith on the fucking side in front of Robbie on the depth chart. Dude, give them a fucking chance because these are receivers that literally are fighting for money, fighting for a spot on a roster. I mean, in the future, fighting for a fucking contract. Give them a fucking opportunity because they're gonna ball out. Robbie's got his money. I'm not gonna say he doesn't give a shit, but I mean, come on, give somebody who literally has heart, a lot of it, a starting position over a guy that's not performing. So, but yeah, Terrace coming back is
I
gonna be
think
great.
it wouldn't be a bad idea with these running backs, especially. I think this is one of the best running back casts that we've had with like CMC, assuming he's fully healthy, which I think he is now. Chuba Hubbard and Abdullah. Like, why don't we put us in like 21 personnel? Put Cam in shotgun with Chuba Hubbard and CMC, or
I was just gonna say, dude,
CMC
the Patriots did the
right
same thing,
Put a
man.
tight end out there.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yes.
Before Cam got COVID last year, man, that's what we did. We had two backs. You know, they weren't McCaffrey, and you know, it was like James White and Harris or whatever, right? And dude, just let them like it. You know, kind of go like college on them. Like let them that's their skills are running. They're good running backs, and Cam is for my money. I call him probably the best mobile quarterback of all time. Like just even statistically, dude, let them. That's why Joe Brady is. This is going to be big. I wonder if he is going to change for Cam or if he's going to make Cam learn his offense. That's what I'm interested in.
He needs a change for Cam, 100%.
I agree. I agree. I just want. I don't know
because we know
I don't know if he's going to or not.
Cam's not an accurate passer. We've seen it time and time again. He's not. And Joe Brady, at this point, I am not liking Joe Brady at all. So, dude, honestly, what do we have to lose to change the Cam scheme at this point? Fuck it.
Well, and what kind of like to that point, the thing I'm most excited for is what do we have to lose? We're not trying to like a couple years ago. We're trying to preserve Cam. We're trying to keep him from taking those hits. We're trying to run him less to make sure he stays in the pocket, not take those devastating hits from linebackers or like big safeties, like not like a Cam Chancellor, but kind of like a guy like that size.
Yeah.
Like, but he's old now. We're not trying to. I don't think we're gonna try and preserve him. I think we're gonna see like a full like almost open potentially college playbook and like just kind of we'll let Cam be Cam for the first time in a while. Like if he wants to run, say hey, guess what? You can go ahead and run because we're not trying to preserve you for the next 10 years. Like you be the best you for this year, and we'll talk about next year when the time comes.
Yep,
absolutely.
That would be perfect.
So with the Panthers, they kind of have like a win now mentality, right? So David Tepper, being the richest owner in the league, you know, it seems like he wants to fucking win now, and he's throwing his money out there. We have cap space out the ass, and we were seeing that putting Stephon Gilmore, now Cam being a possibly $10 million contract for 1 year. How do you like the Panthers front office and what we're doing as a team perspective?
I would definitely say as a fan, I love it just because like I haven't experienced a year, given we don't have the best record, but like a year where I felt like as much excitement. Like we never made these moves in the past. Like even like the move for C.J. Henderson, like that was something that like just as a Panthers fan, like historically, I would have never expected would happen.
That was such a cheap move too.
I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
No, I loved it. He was like our number 2 guy besides Derek Brown from what I read. So like you get a guy for the next couple of years to pair next to Horn, and we'll probably re-sign Jackson, honestly. And Jackson's having probably the best year of his career. He seems like he's kind of cut out those like mental mistakes.
Dude, we're gonna sign Stephon too. We have enough cap to sign Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, and when that happened, like that literally like I couldn't do work for like 3 hours because like, I was just so excited. I was texting everyone. I was like, this is just the last thing I expected as a Panther because we're never in these trades. And Scott Fitter was not lying. We are in on every deal. That is not something that we've ever been on. And we've been around for what, like 25 plus years, like probably 28ish or something like that. Like that's not something that we like expect as Panthers fans. We've never been that team, but like they seem like they're in that mode that like we want to win. And there are some moves being made for the future, and there are some moves being made for now. Like C.J. Henderson's kind of for the future. Stephon Gilmore's obviously for now. it's very exciting as a fan, and I love it that we have like a front office that's dedicated to winning, and they just want to win however they possibly can. Dave Tepper's a big businessman, has massive balls, and he wants to win in any way possible. That's why we got rid of Rivera. Rivera was a great coach, but Tepper saw him as someone who couldn't take us to the promised land. Consider he's like, again, he's an above average coach. He's a top 16 coach in the NFL. But Tepper believed, in my opinion, that he wasn't like a top 5 coach that could go win a Super Bowl. So he brought someone in who thought could be better. Like, I love this aggressiveness from the front office and from the owner especially. I absolutely love it as a fan. I eat it up. I love consuming it. It's a great experience.
I completely agree. I literally couldn't put it any better. I agree completely. We've had, like you said, 27, 28 years of just no trades, no big free agency moves, just fucking being conservative under the radar.
Just straight draft picks and all that.
Scott Fitter came into the league, or came into as our GM right before the draft, said, hey, we're going to be on, he said we're going to be on, in on every trade, every free agency move, everything. This fucker made 12 trades in the draft alone. 12
Did he?
fucking... No, was it 12 or 6? It might have been 6. We had 12 picks, I think. 12 picks.
We had 11 picks, and I think it was like 6 trades, and all of them were trading back except for 1.
Correct. So, yeah, there you go. Thank you.
And was he a part of the year prior when y'all had straight defensive draft picks
No.
that had never been done? Oh, wow.
No, that was just this year.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure last year we still had Marty Ernie, and I'm pretty sure Matt Rule was drafted.
One in that show? Okay.
Was drafted. But yeah,
Hey,
Scott
that
Fitter.
was still a great draft. Those defensive players from 2 drafts ago, fantastic.
They did. They a lot of depth. But yeah, Scott wasn't fucking lying, dude. I was not expecting Stephon Gilmore. We weren't even in his radar. They never brought it up,
Nope.
and then boom, fucking trade. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know, it's his hometown, technically. I mean, he's Rock Hill, South Carolina is not far at all from Charlotte. So that's where his family is. It's technically, he probably wanted to go there, to be honest.
Well, that's what he said.
I'm
He said
pretty
he
sure
wanted to go
was a
there
Panther
anyway.
fan growing up, is from what I
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah.
Probably.
He that's what he said in the press conference. He said he would probably go to Carolina anyway, but we didn't lose in that deal. CJ Henderson, great fucking signing or trade, and we gave up nothing for him. I mean, Dan Arnold's a good tight end, but we have Tommy Trimble, so.
And it was just a 3rd-round pick besides that, too. I mean, I would take a risk on any top 10 guy, especially someone who's like, I mean, CJ Henderson's a physical freak.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
he's long, he's strong, he has, like, amazing, like, breaking ability, like, come back to the ball and stuff. You just got to kind of like a little bit like Dante Jackson, where you just got to put it together mentally a little bit. Obviously, very different from Jackson, considering that Jackson's, like, $175.
Short and small. Yeah.
But, like, Henderson's a great talent. Like, just that trade made me. So, I mean, who wouldn't trade their tight end who's like not a Pro Bowl tight end in a 3rd-round pick for like a top? He was a 9th pick overall in like 2 drafts ago.
He just got hurt. He couldn't play all the year because he got hurt. That was it.
Yeah.
I want to talk real quick about, before we end it, about like what you think is going to happen the rest of the season, because we asked all the other guys and got mixed answers. But do you think I'll make the playoffs? Because I have y'all in the playoffs. I actually have 3 teams from y'all division in the playoffs, and I think y'all can easily knock out the Falcons for that 7th seed. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you. I'm going to say something too that I definitely want to say on here that I said to one of my best buddies today. Like, prior to, let's rewind like to yesterday. I was kind of almost in that mode of like, all right, who's in the draft? What pick do we have? Like, kind of like almost giving up on the season, because like, while the defense is fantastic and the defense has been put in awful situations the entire year by the offense. It's hard to keep teams out of the red zone and the end zone when the other teams are literally starting on your own side of the field.
Yeah.
Every single drive. Like, I was in that mindset already. I was like, you know what? Who are we drafting? Who's a free? All that kind of stuff.
Wow.
I want, after this Cam signing, especially just how much Cam's meant, I want to cherish this season as much as I possibly can. I don't care if we lose like in the first round of the playoffs, I want to get to the playoffs for Cam. Obviously, I want to go win a Super Bowl with Cam because it'd be a storybook ending, especially after the heartbreak of
That would
2015.
be crazy.
But, like,
oh my god.
I just wanted to say that first. I want to cherish this season. I want the season to go on as long as it possibly can because Cam's only on a 1-year deal, so he could be gone next year. I just want to just take in the moment that's happening right now and win every single game possible, which is not the mode that I was in about a day ago. I was like, you know what? Maybe we go on a run, maybe we don't. But I think going forward with Cam, at the very least, I mean, you're going to see – I mean, okay, Nick, I know you for sure went to the game last week. How many red jerseys were
Dude,
like in the stands?
there were is honestly, I'm not even kidding, maybe 60-40. Like, there was a lot of fucking Patriot fans there, man. I was impressed.
Told you there would be.
I was impressed, but like it was disappointing.
I told you it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at the very least right there, I promise you that changes instantly with the snap of the fingers with Cam Newton coming back.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't been to a game all year because like I'm in the middle of college.
Yeah.
To buy a plane ticket and go to this next home game. Like, that's the effect that Cam Newton has. At the very least, that whole stadium is going to be behind this team, which I don't think that's something that's happened since, like, maybe when we were playing the Jets week 1. But, like, besides that, I don't know if this whole stadium's been, like, behind this team. And I'm just, like, really feeling like after this Cam signing, everyone's going to rally behind him. The whole atmosphere of that stadium is going to change instantly, which will do a lot for a team's playoff hopes, especially to pump up the defense at the very least. But, like, just improvement at the quarterback play. Again, these past couple weeks, I don't think it could get much worse. And, like, again, I'm not trying to bash Sam Darnold. I think he was playing through a shoulder injury, which is that's a very awesome thing for him to try and do. It's a very tough thing for him to try and do. But, like, I don't think it could have gotten much worse like, the past couple weeks. So, like, I think all we can go is up. We open up more plays in the playbook that we wouldn't have had with Sam Darnold because we're bringing in an elite running quarterback like Cam Newton, who can also throw the ball extremely well at times. Like, I honestly like our chances a lot, especially like you said, Nick, to beat out the Falcons. I mean, the Falcons aren't anything special this year.
No,
like,
hell no.
Their defense is trash. Their offense is decent. Like, Cordell Patterson's having, like, a career year. They finally figured out how to use him. Mike Davis is still Mike Davis. Kyle Pitts is amazing.
Yeah.
But, like, I definitely see us. We already beat the Falcons once this year, did we not?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah, so we beat it wasn't even our first 3 games.
We're 2-0 in the division.
We already beat the Falcons, but, like, so I think, like, at the very least we can take it from them. Like, I truly believe the Panthers can make the playoffs with Cam Newton as their quarterback. Now, obviously, I understand he's probably not going to start on the Sunday because, you know, it'd be kind of difficult to get signed on a Thursday and learn the playbook and start for Sunday.
Yeah.
So, like,
but it's realistic to think he'll start against Washington. I mean, a whole week. He'll definitely start.
I think he will 100% be starting for Washington.
I hope he doesn't start this week because I want the homecoming to be that game.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't want him to come in and beat the best record in the NFL?
No, because we can do it without him.
That I agree with. Y'all's defense is so good.
Well, and Kyler Murray might. So I think he's still like questionable.
He is. Oh yeah, he's questionable.
I know they just got.
So yeah, I'm very excited for Cam Newton to come back to Carolina, as you are, as every fan is, and it's going to spark the team. Obviously, it's going to boost morale, and I'm hopeful for a playoff spot. And hell, if this is Cam's last year in a jersey at all, especially in a Panther jersey, dude, fuck it, let's go. Let's do.
I throw on my Cam jersey. I've been wearing it all day.
Really?
I'm just gonna say one more thing. Just like I said again, cherish. You are a Panther fan. Cherish this season as much as possible. I'm more excited for a game that I've been in the past like 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
Cherish this season. Love every moment of it, and let's keep pounding.
Yes, I like it. Good way to fucking end it right there. I appreciate you, Cam, coming on the show. You're a big supporter, obviously, and thank you once again. And if you ever want to get on the show, let us know.
Let us know, man.
Yes, sir, for sure. I'll have a lot of free time now since I got all my work done.
There you go.
Nice.
All right. Hopefully, I'll see you soon, and let's get this W.
Awesome. See y'all.
See you
man.
later.
We got Jacob Galloway joining us to talk about the Cardinals, the Rams, a David and Goliath story is really what
Yeah.
it's turning out to be.
Which one's which?
The
Huh?
sad part is, in this story, David gets fucked up and Goliath still wins.
That's right.
So Goliath obviously being the Los Angeles Rams
Yeah.
and the little poor David being Kyler Murray.
Oh,
Which
poor
is a
Kyler Murray.
good comparison because that's what
It
Kyler
is.
Murray is, just a little short little dude. So Jacob, you got the Rams who are stacked already, right? And then they go out and pick up, Von Miller, no big deal, just one of
Yeah.
the best defensive ends in football.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you go out and pick up OBJ to replace Deshaun Jackson, which I'm not a big, I'm not sold on OBJ. He's not that great to me, but he's still pretty good. He's a threat.
He's got great potential.
So Jacob, what you think? What's going on with the NFC West and your predictions and your honest thoughts, not biased thoughts, your honest thoughts being a Cardinals fan?
Well, Hunter, I'm actually glad that you brought me on to talk about this topic. Actually, because when I was sitting at work, okay, and I was on lunch break, and literally got down to the final 10 minutes of my lunch break, and I get a ESPN alert saying OBJ has signed with the Rams, and I'm like, huh? Normally you'd probably think, oh my God, OBJ just signed with the Rams, but in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, OBJ just signed with the Rams. This is the best day of my life. Because, Hunter, OBJ is a cancer to any team he is on. So, honestly, I don't mind.
I'll give you that.
I'm kind of happy about it.
You are honestly right, in my opinion.
You're right.
So all right. So you're saying he's a cancer. Now, what do you think's going to happen to the Rams moving forward?
Well, let's just think about this. So, you already have Cooper Kupp, leading the league in receiving yards and catches and all these other things. Basically, I would say arguably best receiver in football statistically wise, not skill wise, but I'd say statistically wise.
Yeah.
But then you already have Robert Woods, who's already wanting attention and wanting catches, and he's not really getting them because Cooper Kupp's kind of stealing all the shine. So when you just add OBJ into the mix, who's another big-headed, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball, what are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing? He's going to have an Antonio Brown mentality to even try to click and fit in with his team.
Okay, let's think about this, though, right? Matt Stafford, far and away the best quarterback he's had in his career. He's gotten better. He went from a shitty Eli to a real shitty Daniel Jones, right? To Baker, who that's an improvement, but still not great. Now he's got, Stafford's MVP candidate, right? And he's got a great coach. Stefanski is okay, but now he's got one of the best coaches in the league, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. It's not going to be the same. He might be still obnoxious and stuff, but it's going to be different for everybody.
But I'm not sure if we could really say that though, because can we really say that Matthew Stafford is that high tier? Can we really compare Matthew Stafford to Baker Mayfield here? Because honestly, Baker Mayfield without OBJ, he kind of had himself a day last week.
I would consider Matthew Stafford an elite quarterback even when he was with the Lions.
Matthew Stafford's top 5 in MVP votes. What are you saying right now?
Matthew Stafford cannot get it done. How many interceptions did he have last game?
What are you talking about? Yeah, he had 2.
Because of Matthew Stafford.
Okay, Baker might not throw as many picks, but he throws half the touchdowns.
Baker Mayfield
he makes half the plays.
They also have the number 1 rushing offense
Yeah, exactly.
in the league.
Baker probably throws 19 times a game. That's fucking way below average.
Compared to Stafford, who throws 40.
I get that, but if we're just talking about, you got to look at competition and teams they face here because you're really not understanding. Rams face the Cardinals and get absolutely shut down and shut out.
That was the first game.
They couldn't generate any offense at all.
Okay.
Nothing.
You're right.
And then they face the Titans, and Matthew Stafford struggles against a top defense. So I don't think that Matthew Stafford can handle top tier defenses at all.
Every
Not Sean
team.
McVay.
First off, you're wrong. Titans not a top tier defense. They had a good game. They literally are ranked like about mid pack or below pack in every fucking category. So you're wrong
Sounds
about
like the
that.
Rams can't handle it then.
What do you mean? He
Look,
had a bad
every-
game. He,
look,
he smacked around fucking teams.
You're not going to be perfect all season.
I'm about to
all
say,
right?
they
You're
just-
going to have a bad game here and there. He had one against the Cardinals. They had one against the Cardinals. They had one against the Titans. Look, shit happens. It's a hard. Ask Urban Meyer. It's hard to win in the NFL. Okay, so look, Matthew Stafford was an elite quarterback in Detroit. He is an elite quarterback in Los Angeles. I've never been a fan of OBJ. I've always thought he was overrated out the ass, and I still do. He is a cancer to teams because he is all about me. And I don't think he'll ever get that mindset out of his head. Antonio Brown did when he went to Tampa.
Yep.
I don't think he will. I know he wants to win a Super Bowl because, look, the teams that wanted to get OBJ were the Pats, Saints, Packers. Those were the 3 contenders. And the Seahawks. 4 contenders. And out of fucking nowhere, he went with the Rams.
Yeah.
So,
He
and it was a
went to-
1-year deal.
no,
It's a 1-year deal.
Think about this too. He said he wanted to go to a team that had a chance to win it all, right? I guarantee the Cardinals weren't even on his fucking mind, Jacob.
So we don't need them.
I mean, they don't. No, and
Yeah,
I don't think
because
y'all
the
were willing to
Rams
get
are
him.
in desperate need for a receiver too, right?
Well, the Rams are just they're doing all they can to win right now, and
the
they,
Rams are desperate. That's
they're
exactly
not
what
desperate.
they
What are
are.
you
They're
saying?
not desperate. They're
It's
just
showing.
picking up people. They're picking up people on these 1-year deals just to fucking win the damn season. And
And
they're
they still
doing it.
won't. And then what are they going to do next year?
What are the Cardinals going to do next year? And the
They're
year after
screwed.
that?
I don't know. I really don't know. But this year they're wanting to win it all. So, do you think that? Are you still confident in the Cardinals getting over the Rams in the playoffs or even in the NFC West regular season?
I absolutely am. And it's not even, you don't even have to compare skill. Like, you can go skill by skill and look at the skilled players, and, like, you could say the Rams have better skilled players than the Cardinals, blah, 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 whatever. But it really comes down to coaching. And I'm going to say this right now, and I don't think a lot of people are really thinking about this or
Oh,
giving anyone credit.
No.
But Cliff
Give me a second.
Kingsbury
Give
is
me a
having
second.
his best year ever this year.
Okay.
Actually, let me talk about that 49er game. Because he just went into the 49ers stadium, home game, an away game, actually. It was a divisional opponent without Kyler Murray, without
I'm
DeAndre
really getting
Hopkins,
upset, you know.
without J.J. Watt, without half of our starters,
I give them that.
and still laid a smackdown.
Hey, how many wins did the Niners have going into the game? Oh, like 3? Oh, well, they smacked down a
It's always
shit-ass
excuses.
team.
I'll tell you, it's
The
always,
Niners are barely better than the fucking Jets. Give me a break.
dude, it's always excuses, man. Didn't Tampa Bay just lose to who'd they lose to? It was a terrible team. I
No,
know.
no,
It was
we
the
have to-
Saints?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, terrible team.
Yeah.
One of the best defense football. Yeah, 6
Oh
wins.
yeah.
This week was a fuck fest. I mean, hell, Dallas lost to fucking Denver.
Yeah, the Bills got
Exactly.
beat
So
by the
what's
fucking
with
Jags, okay?
What's
You're-
with his excuses right now?
It's hard to win in the NFL. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
Exactly. And the Cardinals just came through, and they can.
I just want to clarify. You said it's about coaching, right? Are you trying to tell me you think you're not
Kingsbury
saying
outcoached Kyle Shanahan.
No. I'm
Okay.
talking between Rams and Cardinals. That was the question.
He
Do you-
completely outcoached Sean McVay in the last game.
Do you think Cliff Kingsbury is a better coach than Sean McVay?
As of right now, absolutely yes.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get up and walk out. Okay. There's no fucking way, dude. You're so fucking. You're on this Cardinals train where everything's
You're
Cardinals.
just a
Like you
Cliff
can't.
hater. You're literally a Cliff hater for no reason.
What do you mean? What do you mean for no reason?
For no
Fuck's
reason.
sake! He's gonna fuck up D Hop's fucking career
Listen.
if he keeps letting him play on one fucking leg.
Listen, Nick, take a bite out of a Cliff Bar and get you some success in your mouth, okay? Cliff Kingsbury is the shit.
Oh yeah, he's the best. Fuck. Put him in the Hall of Fame, man. Really?
Don't be surprised. if
Over
he goes
Sean
this year.
McVay. You're
Don't
fucking
be
crazy.
surprised.
If Sean McVay was coaching the Cardinals right now, their closest fucking win would be 21 points. That fucking roster. You're crazy as hell, dude.
Well, that's funny because all of our games have practically been blowouts.
Oh yeah.
Except for
Except the what game? The Packers.
Except for like 2.
So really you pissed me off just now. There's no way you think Kingsbury's better than the fucking Rams, better than Sean McVay.
Take a poll. Look up who's going to be Coach of the Year. I guarantee you, Cliff Kingsbury gets it this year.
Nope.
Guarantee
He probably will.
No, he won't. Let's continue. Here's why. Let's move on to the Panthers topic. Let's start with that. That's gonna be. You guys got Panthers this week. That's a loss. Okay.
No.
I'm going through your schedule right now.
Come on, Jacob.
You're gonna lose to the Panthers. Y'all suck ass against the Panthers. Literally.
Hey,
You're
that's
lucky.
what I said that about the Packers. I said we beat the Packers every single time we face them, and we lost.
Yeah, and you fucking lost. So yeah, you're gonna lose. Yeah, exactly.
Now,
So the Panthers aren't going to beat us.
I said the Panthers were the Cardinals' kryptonite, and he said no. Cam Newton is the Cardinals' kryptonite.
Yeah.
But Cam Newton's not playing against the Cardinals, so
Doesn't matter.
I still think the Panthers will win. Yes, but that's the only game I've actually been confident.
Okay, you got what? 8 games left, right?
Wait, you got an XFL quarterback in from the Renegades? Seriously, XFL?
I'm not saying he's great, but our defense is going to shut down your offense.
Not to say the Panthers'
Brian
defense is light years ahead of the fucking Niners'
Is
defense.
Brian Burns playing?
Yes, he's playing. The
Listen,
whole
dude.
defense is healthy.
He doesn't have to
thought Dirty
play. They're
Mac
still
took him
that
out.
good.
Defense is healthy.
I thought Dirty Mac would have taken him out.
Kyler Murray's going to kill him, or Brian Burns is going to kill Kyler Murray. It's going to be bad.
You're gonna lose to the Panthers. That's one loss. You got Seahawks twice. I'll give you both Seahawks wins. How about that? Bears, you're gonna lose to the Bears. Why? Defense. Bears defense is about as good as fucking Panthers. Actually, it's first in the league. It's better. Rams, I can't. December 13th, Jacob. It's 8:15. What's that? A Monday night game?
No.
Yeah, no. December 13th, they're going to lose by about fucking 28 points. So you're going to get destroyed by the Rams. And I cannot fucking wait.
Man.
Okay?
Oh, man.
That's 2-2 in your next...
The Panthers got a better defense than the Rams now?
What do you mean? Yeah. What are we talking about?
Not anymore.
What do you mean not anymore?
How are you going to let...
Well, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They gave up like 2 touchdowns.
Whoa. We had... How many points did y'all not score off of turnovers? Or how many points did y'all score off... No, not score off of turnovers. Yeah.
Yeah. Off turnovers?
They literally had
a touchdown and field goal. They gave like 10 or 13 points or some shit like that.
That around 10 to 13 points.
Yeah, our offense sucked ass.
We had 3 turnovers.
Your run defense is garbage. You let that Patriot running back run all over you.
It's not
dude,
great.
We averaged like 3.6 yards a carry. What are you talking about, dude? Our offense sucked as a whole.
Literally saw the game. They didn't even have to pass to win that game.
Hey, look.
That's
Jacob,
because the offense was so bad.
Jacob, I completely agree. Our run defense could get a lot better in between the tackles. 100% agree. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna go with the Cardinals on this.
I'm just saying you're on pace. I'm just when it happens. I said it right. I called the Packers. I said that. I called that. It's gonna happen. It's probably gonna happen. You're gonna lose 3 out of next 4, right? Lions. That you're gonna rebound, right? That's how it's gonna go. You're gonna get killed by the Rams. You're gonna take it out on the poor old fucking Lions like a bunch of dickheads. You're gonna beat them by 48 points, right? Then you play the Colts. I'll give you a Colts win. Oh, hey, Cardinals, they're back on track. It's great, right? Then come the fucking Cowboys. You're going to fucking lose to the Cowboys because they're another good fucking team. That's what's going to happen. And then I'll give you the Seahawks win in the season. I got it. You're going to fucking lose 5. You're going to go 3-5 to end the season because that's the Cardinals' way. That's the Kingsbury way right there. You suck ass when it matters most. There you go. That's how y'all gonna do.
What did you predict at the start? Hey, aren't you the guys the ones that said the Panthers were gonna be in the playoffs?
Yeah.
At the beginning of the season,
they could still be in the playoffs.
The ones that said that the Patriots are gonna be in the playoffs? I don't know what y'all said, but it was wrong.
Well, look,
what do you mean?
Listen, Jacob. Jacob, I know it looks bad, but the Panthers are tied with the 7th seed right now.
Yeah, exactly, and the Patriots are currently the 7th seed.
And it's because the good teams keep on winning and the bad teams keep on losing.
What do you mean?
That's how it goes.
Good teams lost. Like 3 great teams just lost this week.
Except for one.
You play the fuck. Who cares? Okay, you didn't get
the Niners. Oh, but the other teams are
okay.
even worse.
So what's worse, losing occasionally to the shitty team, or you can't
30.
beat the fucking Packers? What's worse?
They lost by 30.
I know they did.
Oh
They had a bad week.
Come on now. Oh, yeah, bad week. It's just a bad week. Don't worry, guys. Let's make another excuse. Let's keep on making excuses.
Jacob, they're 7-2. They had a bad week.
It's just nonstop excuses with you.
Oh my god.
Okay, look, we're going to move on. So we talked about OBJ. We talked about Cliff Kingsbury. Let's talk about Von Miller. All right? Von Miller, what do you think about Von Miller going to the Rams?
I think
He's
it was a good
toxic.
pickup. Definitely better than OBJ, but I really don't think it's going to matter that much.
Doesn't matter. Cliff Kingsbury knows exactly what to do against Von Miller.
Von Miller has not done much this season. Didn't really do much last season either. So I think he's kind of regressing.
4.5, 5 sacks. That's nothing half this season.
It's
On
really
pace for
not.
10 plus sacks, but he sucks.
Dennis Chandler Jones got 4 in one game, but whatever.
Yeah, how's he been since then? Huh?
I think he got.
Actually, did he get a half sack the other day? Oh, nice.
Arizona Cardinal franchise sack record last game. My bad.
Oh yeah, who held that before?
Probably a legend. Whoever it was. I don't
No,
know.
I doubt it.
Yeah, a Cardinals legend. What's about
I
fucking
doubt it.
35 career sacks? Come on,
If
dude.
Chandler Jones has been on, how long has Chandler Jones been on the Cardinals team?
About 6 years.
And he already broke the fucking record.
He's good.
I mean, he's good, but damn, it took
the
6
best.
years to
I'm just
break
saying,
the fucking
you're
record. That was
trashing
it.
fucking Von Miller, but him and Chandler Jones. I bet if I look it up, they're not far off on stats right now. What are you talking about?
Okay. All right. So you think Von Miller's going to be a factor? You really think Von Miller's going to be a factor?
One of the best pass rushers in football? Yeah. What are you talking about? On top
Okay,
of
we'll
fucking
see.
with Aaron Donald?
He's like
We'll see if the pressures go up.
he's
We'll see.
he's like what y'all did with J.J. Watt. Y'all got J.J. Watt, kind of an old veteran to come in and do something
Make
with
some plays.
at the end position.
That's right.
They did the same thing with Von Miller. The only difference is Von Miller's better because he stays healthy.
That's
As
right.
you saw with J.J. Watt, like we said, he's gonna play a half the season then get hurt.
I know.
It was bound to happen.
That
It
is true.
was bound to happen. But the thing is,
Like,
Von
he
Miller,
did
knock
get
on
us
wood,
6
stays
wins.
healthy. What?
He did get us 6 wins, though, so I can't really complain as long as he's back to the playoffs.
He
didn't
did not.
get you 6 wins.
He did not do it. I mean, it
I
was
think
a
his
team.
best game was against one of the shittiest teams in the league or something like that. That was
The
it.
Browns.
The Browns. Yeah, the Browns are really falling off right now.
Oh, they got a whole 4 wins?
They got 5. They're 5-4.
Wow.
Exactly. J.J. Watt had his best game against the Browns.
Oh, okay, good. And also, they run the ball all the fucking time. I'd hope he gets some
my
tackles
God.
against
J.J.
a running team.
Top run stopper in the league.
He is when he's healthy. Yeah, you're right.
And he'll be back for the playoffs, and you best believe that every team's going to be screwed.
Well, besides the Rams.
Say, just see us in the Super Bowl. Tell me what you think.
Hey, what year is that going to happen? So I can place some bets on it. Because it ain't going to be this fucking season. There's no
I'm sorry,
fucking
you
way.
already placed your bets on the Panthers to go to the Super Bowl this year.
I didn't say they would, but
nobody bet.
I bet they'll make the playoffs.
I really hope nobody bet on the Panthers to make the Super Bowl.
Seemed like they did.
I said they will
It
make the
seemed like you
playoffs.
did.
I said I think we
You
will
were
squeak.
wrong about that.
And
This
I
guy makes
I
shit up,
quote before the season started, I said the Panthers, I believe, will either get close or squeak into the playoffs and lose instantly. That's
What'd
what
you
I
say
said.
about the Cardinals?
Huh?
What did you say about the Cardinals?
I
They
said the
barely make
Cardinals
wild
will
card?
make it to the playoffs.
You said barely would make the wild card. I think that's what you said.
I said
That's
the
playoffs.
Cardinals will make
Hey.
it to the playoffs.
No, you said wild card.
That's still the playoffs.
Yes,
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, wild card because the Rams will, I think, win the division. Yeah. You're right.
But who's gonna have that number 1 seed and that number 1 bye? And do
Hey,
that
guess
right now?
what? Make the playoffs. They made the playoffs. I don't think they're winning the Super Bowl. I don't even think they'll make it to the Super Bowl.
They won't.
They will make the playoffs.
They have
Like
to
a
beat the
wild
Rams.
card, they'll make it.
They
Sure.
can't do it.
Good.
Right.
So
And
far,
what
I'm
do you
on
base
track.
it off? What
So
makes
far,
you
I'm
think
on
we
track
can't
to
make it?
make both of those predictions: Panthers and
What
Cardinals.
makes you think we can't make it?
Huh?
What makes you think that we can't make it?
I've
What
said it
makes
probably
us different from any other team?
26,000 fucking times.
Because I think the Rams are just right now the best team by far in the league.
Yep.
How?
That's on roster. They're the best team in the league.
Sure. They've had 2 losses. Okay.
One
Yeah.
to us.
One
One
to
to
you.
us.
Yep,
Congratulations.
1 to you. You also had 1.
Exactly. And it was still a worse team than the fucking Rams. That's for damn sure.
Who did y'all lose to?
The fucking Packers.
Yeah.
Because Kyler Murray. Because
But we would have won that game.
Yeah, it
we
don't
would
matter.
have could have should have would have
It
done
don't
it.
matter.
The Packers didn't have 3 of their best. Literally, their top 2 receivers were out in their loss.
No excuses, right? No
They had
excuses. All right.
11
Yeah, exactly.
starters out.
Right. So why'd the Rams lose?
Huh?
No, we're talking about
What,
the
the Rams?
Packers.
No, I'm talking about the Packers.
When y'all lost to the Packers.
The Packers had 11 starters out and y'all lost.
Okay.
That's not good.
We
So
just beat the 49ers with half of our team going. It just happens.
that's what we've been saying. The Rams lost 2 games. It just happens. Shit happens.
That's why we
not
literally
gonna win
said
every damn
this
game.
for 5 minutes now.
That's what we
and
just
now
said.
we're starting to agree with this because
Okay,
it's
but-
happened to the
but
fucking
you
Cardinals.
You can't say, oh, the Rams lost 5 games, but they're still going to beat the Cardinals somehow. You can't just say that.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, you can.
No,
When they're
you can't.
You want to know why, Jacob? Because shit
matched up
happens.
in roster. Yeah.
Shit happens.
It's like the
Okay,
Panthers.
all right, I want
Panthers
you to
have
write
half the
this
record
down.
the Cardinals
Please,
do.
Please.
Panthers are. I wouldn't. You know what? I'm being honest. If the Panthers won by double-digit score, I would not be surprised.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
You're lucky Cam's not playing.
See what Cliff Kingsbury does
That's
against
the-
that fucking defense.
That's the true
Oh my God,
Cardinal
I just
killer.
can't wait for the other excuse next week. I really can't.
With the Panthers?
Yeah. Yeah,
If
when
we
they
lose, then the Cardinals just have a fucking better team on paper, which they do. That's my excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like I said, you already got the excuses ready. It's like there's nothing.
But I think that the
This is all
Panthers will win.
Cardinals fans
This guy
Absolutely.
makes it. Talk about. You're the one that makes excuses for the Cardinals. There's like, and you make. You're
We
like
don't
making
lose.
shit
I don't
up.
need excuses.
No one's ever said Kingsbury's better than McVay, right?
He is.
And quite frankly, I don't know if any teams are really voting for the Cardinals to fucking outbeat
He
the Rams or the
outcoached him.
Bucks
He
in the
outcoached him
playoffs.
and Kyle Shanahan.
The thing is, nobody's
That's
talking
the
about how
fucking
good the
Niners.
Cardinals are, but everybody's talking about how good the Rams are.
Exactly.
Who's talking about how good the Rams are? Because they signed OBJ and everyone's like, ooh, OBJ.
Literally
is the best.
everybody.
That's all it is.
Since last week,
It's
Von
right.
Miller.
OBJ was this morning. This is
The Rams
Thursday.
are all fluff and they're all hype. That's all it is.
Well, they
Oh my
might be,
God.
but
That's literally the Cardinals. What are you talking about? That's the most. That's so
Nobody
opposite.
believes in us, and we're 8-1. They still don't believe in us. They still
Because
think we're
Jacob,
it-
you
okay.
started
honestly-
good last year too, and what'd you do?
Jacob, it's because y'all are in the same division as the best team in football. That's why nobody's talking about
We
it.
are the best team in football.
No.
Sure, record-wise.
That's all that matters. Getting that first round bye, because I know who's going to get eliminated first if they
First-
face the Buccaneers.
First round
Face
bye
any
doesn't matter when you
defense.
can't make it to a fucking Super Bowl.
Hey,
Or you
I
can't.
really want to see the Rams face the Saints
win
in the
it.
playoffs. That'd be great.
That'll be a bloodbath.
That's about. Dude, they will
No.
eat their.
No.
They might
Trevor,
shut the
Trevor
fucking
Simeon
Saints
won't
out,
know
dude.
what the fuck to do.
Best defense in the league.
Trevor Simeon is gonna
And
die.
it's the Rams. But okay.
All right,
Man,
so
it's-
so you're saying, all right, to wrap this all up, so you're saying that the OBJ signing, the Von Miller signing, isn't really going to help the Rams, and the Cardinals are still going to prevail on top, correct?
absolutely.
All right. Anything else you want to add before we sign off?
Yeah, I'd like you to write down all predictions and anything you do, so we can see.
You remember my predictions? 'cause
My
you just said
prediction.
it.
Our predictions actually haven't failed much at all this year, especially the Cardinals' predictions.
That's some BS.
I've
But I
told
want
you
to see
several
the results.
times. Wait till the second half of the season. Second half starts right fucking now. Y'all got what? 8 games left. Let's fucking see what happens.
Go ahead and write down your predictions. You think we're going to lose? Think we're going to win? I mean,
I
I
already
wanna
told
see
you.
a
Y'all gonna
last
end the
game
season
every
3-5, and I told you the teams you're gonna fucking lose to.
okay.
Really
see.
quick, Jacob, what prediction have I made that hasn't been
What I'm
correct?
saying, we've been pretty smooth with our
Any
predictions.
prediction about the Cardinals ever?
I just said
talking
I
about?
said they'll make the playoffs. That's what I said.
Yeah,
You didn't say it like that. Come
I
on
said
now.
they'll make the playoffs. That's what I said.
You-
I said they'll
you
get
said
it.
it right
I
now?
might have said
What
they'll
was
get
it?
a wild card because the Rams will win the division.
yeah, but that's
What
still
is it that
playoffs.
Which we
every
don't know
single
yet.
Analyst and everyone has said they're like, oh well, the Cardinals they went like what 6-3 last year, and then
Yeah.
they fell down. And then
Exactly.
you said that was going to happen, but clearly it's not going
I
to
didn't
happen.
say that
Not
actually.
You say clearly it's not gonna happen, but we don't know yet. You have 8 games to play.
We're halfway into the season. We could lose all 8 games and still go to the playoffs.
Well,
Well, okay,
possibly.
maybe,
Which
but that's
is
still,
what I said.
but that's still falling off. That's still something. If look, y'all ain't gonna lose all 8. I'm not even kidding. 3-5, it's coming. I called it. I said it earlier. I'm gonna say it again.
3-5? We just won with Colt McCoy.
What the
With
fucking do you play one of the
Colt
shit? You play one of those
McCoy.
average teams in the league where the 49ers have 3 wins?
Average team.
Good
That
fucking
team was
job.
Wreck your team.
They're one above the fucking Jags.
Oh
You
my
kidding
God. Who do
me?
the Niners face next week? I thought they were facing some good team. Is it the Rams? Is it actually the Rams?
I don't know.
I think they're facing the Rams.
If record's all that matters to you, Jacob, then y'all played a shit-ass team with only 3 wins and you
Do you
kicked their
think
ass.
the Rams are going to beat the Niners?
Y'all just beat them. What are you talking about?
Do you think the Rams are going to beat the 49ers?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want a score prediction too? How about a fucking 38 to fucking 4?
All right.
It's not even possible.
Keep that down. Because I'm predicting the 49ers will win that game.
Good for you.
If Trey Lance starts that game, they're winning.
I doubt he'll start.
If Trey Lance starts the game, they're going to win. Promise you.
This guy's in outer fucking space. He really is. Speaking
If
out of
Trey
his
Lance
fucking
starts.
ass.
I just don't agree with how my predictions are always wrong because
They're not. And they haven't come to fruition yet. We made season predictions.
Right.
Full season.
The only prediction that I game wise is this next one coming up: Cardinals versus.
I'm right there with you. And
Panthers.
I got mine about the Packers fucking beating the Cards.
Yeah. He won his prediction on that one.
So, yeah, it was a blowout, wasn't it? Complete blowout.
It wasn't, but
It wasn't.
OBJ
you
decided to
lost.
retire in the middle of a play.
AJ Green? Yeah.
AJ Green, sorry. All right. Jacob, I appreciate you coming on the show. That was a little heated argument between you and Nick. I actually enjoyed listening to it. That was pretty fun.
This guy pisses me off every time he comes on.
So thank you for joining the show. Let me know if you want to come back on, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for having me.
See you, man.
Bye.
We are here with lifelong Green Bay Packer fan and longtime Jordan Love supporter, Braylon Galloway. Braylon Galloway, how are you doing today?
This day has actually been pretty good. How about y'all?
I am doing all right.
Oh, your brother just pissed me off something awful. Other than that, I'm doing pretty good.
So, Jordan Love, I heard that you called him the spark of the Green Bay Packers offense, the franchise quarterback, the superstar that Green Bay has always wanted, and the godchild of Tom Brady and Joe Montana combined himself.
Christ.
Jordan Love. Am I correct? That's what you said, correct?
No, before he started, yeah, I said that.
Uh-huh.
I thought he was going to be pretty good, right? Because in preseason, he didn't look terrible. He was voted, I think it was like the best NFC, backup quarterback for preseason. I was like, okay, this guy's looking pretty good. Then he starts in the Chiefs game, and I hated every single bit of it. That's why I left halfway through the game.
Against
It's
the
that bad.
worst defense possibly this decade as well.
Yeah. I left halfway through the game because Jordan Love was doing absolutely terrible.
It's good.
Let's see.
You said you got some stats for us. Let's hear it.
Yeah, let's break down this legend stat here.
I honestly, I did not watch the game. I was at work, so I'm going to go off of how the Packers are as a team and what I think of Jordan Love just watching tape of him here and there. So,
Yeah.
not of this game.
All right, so this game, he had 34 attempts. He had 19 completions,
Mhm.
190 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. His QB rating was 69.5.
And they only got 7 points, right?
What?
They only got 1 touchdown with it, just 7 points, right?
Yep, just 1 point, and that was to Alan Lazard.
For once, the Packers defense actually did really good, but the Chiefs offense hasn't really been that great anyway.
Very surprised with the defense.
Yeah. But what I'm not surprised is Jordan Love didn't do jack shit against the worst defense in the NFL and possibly over the last 20 years.
They are really bad.
Yeah, it is terrible. Our running backs either, 53 yards for 12 attempts was Aaron Jones, his longest being 9 yards. So we couldn't even get the run game going either.
So bad.
So I don't know what it was, but I just want to tell you, I just want to show you, probably the best, if not one of the best wide receivers in the league, Devontae Adams. If Aaron Rodgers was playing and he had 14 targets, Devontae Adams would have probably 10 catches, but
Probably.
Jordan Love throwing to him, 14 targets, only 6 catches for 42 yards.
Are you telling me
And I
he
want
was
to say,
that
all
off?
of these catches, besides maybe one, were Devontae Adams getting either covered like by one guy and him having to fight for it, or him getting covered by 2 guys and having to fight for it. So Jordan Love had no idea what he was doing. He was pretty decent on the run game. He's pretty fast, but I do not trust him running the ball or throwing the ball at him.
Let me slow both of y'all down real quick, okay? I understand he's got good physical skills, but is this not his first start ever? And it was a Sunday night game in Kansas City. I know the Chiefs are bad, but still in Kansas City. I mean, that's a pretty shitty spot to be in.
See, that's what my friend at school, he's a Packers fan as well. He looked at the stats and whatever, and he was like, it doesn't look terrible. But then he watched the game, and he was like, yeah, it's pretty bad. I get it's his first game, but, I mean, he should at least know how to throw the ball. Like, take Mike White, for example.
Look, I'm also going to say, if he went on 14 targets, right? Devontae Adams had 14 targets and 6 catches, right?
Yeah, who the fuck else was open?
So 6 catches for 44 yards. Nobody was getting open.
Yeah.
Was it possibly offensive scheming as well? Just the Chiefs shut down the Green Bay offense, or was it all on Jordan Love?
I'd say it could have been probably both, but just watching the game, it was pretty. I mean, the Chiefs' defense for some reason did a lot better because we couldn't get the running game going at all.
Exactly.
And
well, what about the O-line? How many sacks did they give up? Anything?
What?
What about sacks and stuff? Did he have pressures? You know what I mean? Were they getting after him or no?
Oh, let's see here. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, so I'm just. Aaron Rodgers he's obviously he's a veteran, all right? He knows what he's doing. He can change the play at the line. He knows what coverages the defense is running most of the time. He knows who's going to be open. His timing's a lot better. His arm's a lot better.
I'll tell you right here.
Now, look, you got to give Jordan Love some credit. He didn't have a great game, but his first career start, I don't think he can't do the shit that Aaron Rodgers can do.
Yeah, but who can?
Exactly.
Patrick Mahomes. You know
exactly.
I mean?
So I'm not going to blame it all on Jordan Love. Just listening to what y'all are both saying and listening to the stats, I'm not going to blame it all on Jordan Love. No. I think that it was coaching as well. They weren't prepared going into that game, and that's why they lost.
And for your question, Nick, by the way, they only had 1 sack on us. 1 sack on Jordan Love.
This stat stands out. 2 of 12 on third down is fucking atrocious. That's terrible.
That is.
So y'all punted close to 10 times if you count the 4th downs y'all went for. Close to 10 punts. It's pretty awful.
And the fact that also Mason Crosby missed both of his field goals didn't help either.
Oh shit! It'd be a tie game, huh?
That didn't help.
That didn't help at all.
Yep. He made the extra point, missed both of the field goals. I can't remember for how long they were.
Damn.
Yeah, we would have had a better chance, but nope. He decided he was like, today's not the day. Yeah, this is like the Bengals. I'm just gonna miss 3 in a row. It's fine.
So you wanted to get on here and talk about the Packers' future as well. So y'all drafted Jordan Love, 2 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah, technically.
2 years ago. What are you thinking?
Drafting him, I knew it was going to be a weird decision because, when that whole thing that Aaron Rodgers was during the off season, he was about to leave and all this stuff, whatever. I was like, okay, Jordan Love has a chance to step up, but now that I see he's probably not ready yet, in the future, just based off of this game and what I've seen, I feel like I'm going to struggle a little bit. But, I mean, technically he hasn't really had any time to start, so I guess you could say maybe he needs time, but he's been practicing with Aaron Rodgers, learning the playbook and all that. So I don't understand what's going on. I don't know if the pressure got to him.
Well, look. He's still so very young. Look at all these. Look at all the rookie quarterbacks this year. He's still. I mean, you can call him a rookie quarterback. It's his first career start. It's only his second year. He's not he's in a really shitty spot. He's gonna have to start off season. Aaron Rodgers is gonna have to retire, right, or get traded or some shit for him to take over and have a build up season. You can't expect him to just come in at random times, out of the blue and hey, go play like Rodgers. Good luck. You know what I mean? It's not very efficient.
So, I mean, I don't feel like it's going. It's probably not going to be as bad as I'm thinking once he gets used to everything. But just off of this game, I don't like it at all. And I mean, I guess we'll give him time. Because me and my dad, we were having this conversation about if the Packers win the Super Bowl, then Rodgers is going to stay for one more year. But if he doesn't, if we don't win the Super Bowl, then Rodgers is probably going to get kicked off the team this year. And I mean, either way, he's going to have to leave, so we're going to have to go into a rebuilding stage no matter what. But
I'm sorry, but kicked off is not the phrasing to use.
You know what I mean? Just drop.
Right. Or traded. Oh, is this his last year in his contract?
Yes, this year, next year.
Okay. So, are you wanting Aaron Rodgers to leave, and you're gonna have this new era for the Green Bay, or what do you want as a fan? What do you want to see happen?
So, I mean, yeah, it would be nice for him to stay, but honestly, I feel like after this year, if we win the Super Bowl, then we'll give him his other year that he wants. But after that, I feel like we have to get rid of him sometime, trade him, whatever. We're going to have to.
So this is super similar to the Pats with Brady, like really similar.
Right.
Like, I don't know what y'all's GM's doing or thinking, right? But what was y'all's last three quarterbacks? They last a long. It was like Bart Starr, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers. That's pretty stout, right?
That's amazing.
And all of those guys, towards the tail end, before the age caught up, they cut it off and went with their new guy. I think after this season, whether you win or not, the Super Bowl, y'all should call it good. Like mutual, like, trade him, whatever, that way he still gets his money, it probably send him to a good team, you know what I mean? And give Love a chance, because watching the game, he's got great physical ability. He can throw a good ball, he can run, he can throw on the run. Like, I think y'all need to give him a chance, like a whole season, and see what happens. Because y'all drafted him pretty early. I mean, that's your guy. I was his first pick in the draft a couple years ago, so that's what I think. I think it'd be good for the team to get started now, than wait until Rodgers is down to his, no MVP, tail end of his career stuff. Don't just cut it. Y'all should just cut it off right now. I think it's a good time, in my opinion, after this season. But
speaking of Bar Star, all that stuff, I looked at this thing like maybe last week. Bar Star and Brett Favre played for 16 years and then got traded or whatever.
Yeah.
Off that. This would be Rodgers' 17th year, so we're like, we were expecting 16 years for all three of them, and he's gone.
17 years?
Has it been 17
kidding
years?
me?
Is he 40?
Holy shit! No, he's not.
He's 38, I think.
Holy
damn.
shit! 17
So it was like
years?
an 03 draft, huh?
My God, I'm old.
Damn, dude, that's pretty crazy.
I'm old as shit.
I know. I thought you were gonna say like 14
I remember,
or something.
dude. I was young, but I remember when this fucker started.
Yeah, I know, because I was like, there's no way they were replacing Brett Favre. Like, there's no way. I had no idea who he was.
Oh my God! I remember when fucking Favre
That's
went to the
crazy.
Vikings. I was at Dollar General. I remember to this day.
Yeah, because I was rooting for him. He had a great fucking season.
When he got traded to the Vikings, or he came out of retirement and went to the Vikings.
Yeah.
I remember I was at Dollar General when that shit happened.
Yeah, he doesn't even look that old either.
But you're saying
I don't
that
think
like
Brent was
it's
born yet.
based on their history. It's about
Oh.
time, right? So this is his 17th season, and the other two went 16. So, you know what I'm saying? Like if they're sticking with the theme, which has worked, they've won multiple Super Bowls. Well, he won one, but they've been to a couple. Like, that's a good theme to have if Jordan Love is as talented as I think he can be. They should call it, man. I'm telling you, after this season, they should just call it quits.
Yeah, it would upset me a lot if he were to leave after this year, obviously. But I guess I see what you're saying, because it would free up some money, and we would get some picks off of them. We can get a good bit off of them.
Oh, hell yeah.
At least, maybe first round, maybe two first rounds.
Are you talking about Aaron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Rodgers. Wait, no.
No.
What?
No, you're not.
There'll be some teams that are going to give way too much.
Denver will give you a first round pick
Like
because they're
Broncos.
fucking idiots.
Yeah. I was about to say Broncos.
Denver will be.
John Elway would love to pick up
John
Aaron
Elway's a
Rodgers.
fucking moron.
I agree.
He's a fucking idiot.
I agree.
No, y'all might, if Denver will be the only team that'll give y'all a first round pick. If I was any other team, no, absolutely not.
Oh, no. 49ers would pay money for the end of Rodgers' career. I could see that.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to.
How
trade
much money
for him.
they gave for?
So if
They
Aaron's got
can do
2
it.
years left on his contract, they're gonna have to trade for him in the offseason. They're not.
There's a lot of dumbass
I
GMs out there.
seriously-
I'm telling you.
I seriously doubt the Packers are just gonna cut him because they can get trade for
they're
him.
gonna get a trade
Because
out
Denver's,
of him.
I know, because Denver's gonna give him a first round pick. Absolutely not.
I could see him also going to the Saints, maybe. Could be
Yeah.
an opportunity.
I could
Possibly.
see that absolutely. Damn, that'd be kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah. It also depends on how much money they're gonna pick up from his current contract. So
Yeah.
if the Packers are
Yeah.
gonna want all of the rest of his contract to go with him,
There's no way that's gonna happen. They're
then
gonna have to pay some of it.
the pick is gonna be not very good. But if the Packers are like, sure, we'll pay for the rest of the contract, just give us a first round pick. Denver's gonna be like, okay, for a year, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
I'll give you 3 first round picks for 1 fucking
Yep.
year.
They don't win it all that year.
When
They're
Denver
fucked.
don't have a fucking good team. Yeah, Denver's fucking stupid.
Their defense is great though. Anything they do offensively, it never lasts long. Never has. But yeah.
So I had the highlights pulled up as we were as we were talking,
Yeah.
and honestly, especially the last couple drives, the Chiefs got a lot of pressure on Jordan,
a
and
lot of rollouts there. Yeah.
and there was no audibles, no pass protection called by
Yeah.
Jordan because he's so young.
Yeah, exactly.
He don't know what's going on as much as Aaron Rodgers would.
Yeah.
Aaron would have checked into something and fucking did his thing. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I think it's just because he's so young. The coaching style wasn't there. I'm not gonna say it's all on Jordan. Jordan's very athletic. You have a chance of a quarterback in the near future with Jordan, but it's too close to.
I
it's too
think we're
young to
looking
tell.
at the big deal is the team they played, the defense that he played against. That's what people are looking at and going, "Oh,
Right.
he couldn't do that against." But it's his first start. Like if I'm
Exactly.
Brown, I'm not even concerned, dude. I think you're going to be just fine with this guy.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't freak out.
Yeah.
Look at this season as a Packer fan. Look at this season. Try to win it all this
That's
season.
right.
And after y'all
Milk.
y'all lose
That's
or possibly win the Super
You
Bowl,
could.
then you focus on
That's right.
all right, future. But right now, focus on this year. That's all that matters because y'all got a damn good team.
speaking of, is Rodgers playing? Are they cleared up?
No, he's out. I know that because he's on 3 or 4 of my fucking fantasy
yeah, I
teams.
got him on a couple.
Oh, God.
Still starting Matt Ryan, Joe Burrow, Daniel Jones. I think I'm fucking starting in one league.
Well, I'm a jackass that picked up Jordan Love as my backup, and I had to start him the other day. That was a bummer.
Oh, yeah.
We need to give Blake Bortles a chance.
Blake
Jeez.
Bortles. Don't got Blake Bortles still? Oh my god.
Yeah.
There's your future right there. Blake Bortles, Jordan Love.
Who are y'all playing this week?
So, I mean, I don't know. You might as well.
Who are y'all playing this week?
Seahawks.
Y'all can win.
I do before they go. I like talking about the schedules. Y'all got a fucking just like the Pats, man. Y'all got a tough one, man. Y'all got to play Vikings still twice. Y'all haven't played them once yet. That
We always go 1-1 with them.
Yep.
We have for
so that's
past
at least
10 years.
one loss of those
They're a
two.
good team.
Then you got to play the Rams. That'll be a good fucking game right there. Then you play the Bears. Y'all beat the Bears last time. That was a tough game. Y'all could lose that one. Then you play the Ravens. I don't know. They just lost to the Dolphins. I don't know. That could be a good one. And you play the Browns. Y'all got a tough schedule to end the season. Y'all got a lot. Y'all got to
Dude,
win some big games.
and to top it all, dude, they have to play the
Dude,
fucking
then they got to play the
Lions.
Detroit Lions to end the season.
God, what a fucking team that
Damn.
is.
I'm scared.
He laughing. Yeah.
I'm scared.
So yeah, y'all gotta. This will be a tough stretch for y'all for sure. Y'all gotta play some good. I'd say at least 4 good teams. So
So you have
good luck.
Cardinals who are 8-1. We're 7-2. Cardinals are leading.
The only thing,
Cardinals is-
what y'all have going for you is your division is pretty much dog shit right now, going off record. So all you got to do is try and win that Bears game and at least one of those Vikings games, and you're gonna beat the Lions. So you'll probably be okay. But it would be big for you to try and if you can somehow beat the Rams, that would be huge. And if you can beat the Browns or the Ravens, that would be huge.
Cardinals Cardinals did it. We beat the Cardinals. I mean, possible.
Anything's fucking possible this year. This is the craziest year of football I've ever seen.
Is there, I think we have a great chance.
A year full of upsets literally every fucking week. We just had 4 upsets this week.
There's like an overtime game every week, it seems like.
So we had 4 upsets last week, and to start this week, the Dolphins just beat the fucking Ravens.
Yep, pretty handily, I would say.
What the fuck? And hey, upsets again this week. Panthers
are going to beat the shit out of the Cardinals.
It's going to be it's a roller coaster year.
It's crazy. I love it though.
Before we go, thoughts on Cam Newton returning to the Panthers?
I mean, it could help y'all. Maybe because, Sam Darnold, I'm not a big fan of him. As I think Hunter knows. I'm not a big fan of him. And I mean, Cam Newton, if he was, if he would stay away from COVID and all that, then, I mean, he could be pretty good. But I don't know. It's going to be tough because he's been out for a little bit. He hasn't already. I don't think he's been practicing, right? Because he's been a free agent.
I mean, it doesn't mean he's not practicing, but he's
he's in good physical shape. Though he's like completely healthy. He has like no ailments right now.
He got cut from the Patriots just because of COVID because he didn't want to get the shot.
But he got vaccinated.
Yeah,
so.
He's fine now. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. If he played like he did with the Patriots, then it might be a little bit better than Sam Darnold. But if he were to improve a little bit, then y'all could definitely be pretty good.
All
right. That was a good take.
I just want to say the Rams need to calm down. They need to stop picking up people.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Go talk to your brother about all that.
You know what the Rams are going to trade for Rodgers next year just to have him?
Yeah.
Just to show off.
They're going to have Matthew Stafford and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, just for fun.
Well, I'm telling you, fucking Sean McVay was like, all right, we used our first round pick on Jared Goff a couple years ago.
That sucked.
We're never using a first round pick ever again. So we're just going to get some good players with our fucking
Keep
picks.
it in the league, man. Screw these rookies.
Fuck them picks.
I love that GM. Oh man.
Fuck them picks.
That's right.
Well, I don't think OBJ is going to do, much with the Rams.
No,
I mean, he might do.
I don't think so.
We talked about it too. I don't think so. The biggest pickup's Von Miller, I think.
Yeah, their defense is beyond stout now.
Yeah.
They were stout before.
Cooper Kupp, best wide receiver in the league is right now, and then Robert Woods is a great secondary. They're great,
they've been a good tandem for years, but Cooper Kupp just came out of nowhere this year.
Shit?
That was a great shot.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do it. All right, man. So, yeah, anything else before we go?
I think I'm good for now.
All right, sounds good. I appreciate the call. If you want to get on the show, let me know. And, appreciate it.
See ya.
All right.
See ya. What an episode that was.
That was awesome.
A bunch of upsets last week. An upset to start this week with the Ravens and the Dolphins. And, Cam Newton, OBJ, Von Miller, your favorite fan in the world, Cardinals, Jacob Galloway.
A lot of good heated arguments, a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of shit that happened in this episode.
It was. So John, he joined us a couple weeks ago. Jacob, Braylon, they all joined us a couple weeks ago. Thank you, Canyon, for joining us again. We haven't heard from him in a while.
It's been years.
So he was a big supporter at the very beginning and helped us, and not with just commenting
he was a
and
part
watching,
of it,
but
actually.
He was a part of the crew. So big shout out to him, and thank you for joining us again. But yeah, what an episode. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was fun. I like that.
All right. Episode 53 in the books. Tune in next week for episode 54. We'll be posting every Friday from here on out instead of Wednesday, just because our day's off.
Switched up a little bit. Yeah.
So, episode 53 in the books. Friday, episode 54. Check it out. I'm Hunter. That's Nick. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you later.